I don't know what video was in. I actually thought about this the other day. I don't know what video it was in, but Courtney Kane did a 540 Soyal and John Bound, and I just thought it was sick. So I found his name on AIM and just like sent him a message saying like, dude, that 540 Soyal was sick. And he might have had like another video or another trick in the video or something like that, but it was just something like that. I'm always like, this is something I still do today. If I see something that I like really enjoy, I just message the person, just like letting them know how sick that trick was. If I have known them for 20 years, or if I've known them for that moment. But so that was it. Like I hit Courtney Kane up, and then he hit me up asking me like, no, actually he didn't even ask me if I was going to be on B.unique. It was at one of the I think it was IMYTA Detroit, and he asked me to just be on B.unique then. I think just like over getting to know him over AIM and then meeting him, and it just like that was it. It just like clicked, and that's how I just got in with those guys.
And that became beginning of like a long road of traveling and growth, right? Like
everyone was homies for
dude,
tight
like,
homies.
I have like those two brothers to like thank for like a huge portion of like being put out there. Like those dudes like helped me for like, I don't know what like where that chemistry came into play, but because like just like two completely different worlds came together, and just like they like flew me out to New York I've been to New York over 30 times just because of them. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like 32 times I've been to New York.
Holy shit.
And yeah, like probably like 28 of those times they paid for it. Like this, like it took me out, and like fuck, that was just like one of the greatest experiences that has ever happened to me is my time in New York, or at least being around New Yorkers. Like I still to this day get people being like, man, so when did you move to Minnesota from New York? Or when did you like no, dude, like yeah.
That's funny.
Well, why do you say that? Could you grow on that a little bit? Why was that such a good experience?
Just like the opportunity that they gave me, and that they trusted me to like skate for their company, and to like hold it down for New York, and like giving me the space to skate something completely different. The traveling that they paid for me to go to another place too, I feel like, but I don't know, man. They just like they helped me grow. They like helped me grow as a person too, because I was just like this like naive little kid from the suburbs of Minneapolis, and like get flown out to New York City in Manhattan, like just like staying in their apartment, just going out skating, getting on the train, like learning like that there's like this like such vast, huge, busy world, and I fucking miss New York to this day still. Like, yeah, they just like gave me they gave me the platform and to just like change my skating completely, and just like down a better path.
Totally.
That's a good way to say that. I feel like a lot of people, we've talked about this on the show too, like those B.unique times and the days, and I feel like to get like the closest you could get to what we're talking about is watching the bonus footage and like 1131 and freestyle rolling and checkmate and stuff like that, because a lot of us just like dicking around, like you said, at the apartment, like Chris and Courtney's apartment, like, and even like the elevator, like you and Gonzo, like fighting in the elevator and shit, like that was every single day, like skating with them and hanging out with them. Mm-hmm. So that's like
really was, dude.
Yeah. And that was like a good way to really visualize what we always talk about on the show about those times, because that was captured really well.
I mean, the hallways, the elevator, man. Yeah, and then the elevator didn't work sometimes.
Yeah, there was that whole summer it didn't work.
And they lived on the
seventh floor,
and sometimes AC wasn't working, and yeah, man, like that was an experience. Yeah, not many people, hardly anybody can experience that unless you were like on B.unique, like just like going and staying at the Browns in Manhattan.
Yeah, Upper West Side too.
Upper West Side, yeah. It was so.
They had the skate park, you know.
Yeah, the B.unique skate park.
Right. Oh man, dude, that place was so sick.
Can we talk about opening day at the B.unique skate park? I don't think we ever talked about that on the show. Because I know, Jeph, you were there for that too, because they flew pretty much everybody out for that thing. What do you remember about that day? Because that was a big event. It was like a revamp of a skate park that became like a Blader-owned skate park, so it was a big deal. B.unique was huge at the time, so it was also a big deal. And there was a big opening day. It was a huge opening day. Like I just said, they flew a bunch of people out. Like the whole team pretty much was out there. Like Murda was out there. Aragon was out there. Like you, Gonzo, Kelsos, and everything. And there was like a crazy blizzard snowstorm that day too, I remember. And it was just intense.
Yep. And I just remember the cars on the street. Yeah, it was like a massive blizzard. I think we even stayed the night at the skate park that night. Man, that skate park. I just totally forgot that they had that skate park. Oh my God, dude. That place was so sick. The endless nights, like after close, of just like hanging out, drinking, skating till 2 or 3 in the morning, going around on the trains afterwards. Dude, that skate park was so sick, dude. Like shit, man. I miss that. I miss that a lot.
Mm-hmm. That became like the hub in New York for a bit too. It was and like you said too, the after sessions, that was, a lot of people might not have seen that or noticed it, but that was when shit really popped off. It was the after sessions pretty much all of it. If you ever seen any footage of the B.unique skate park, it was almost guaranteed an after session that was like midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning type of shit, and everyone was just going off.
Oh, that was so much fun, man. Yeah, that was after hours at, what was it, the Underground?
Underground.
Yeah, after hours at the Underground. Could have made a show.
Kind of tried to.
Yeah,
there was a reality show pilot filmed there in the skate park.
Oh my God, yes, that's right.
So you're right. Yeah, it did attempted to be a show. I don't know what happened with that anyway. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, there was a TV show pilot filmed because the Brown brothers were trying to get a B.unique or just blading reality show, I guess, on MTV or something like that with their connections and shit. And filmed an entire pilot of like just bullshit and antics going around at Underground Skate Park.
Mm-hmm. It was sick too, man. That would have been, I forgot they did that too. Yeah, dude, that was, man, good times, boys, at the Underground, man.
Yeah, exciting times.
It was, man. It was.
So somewhere along the way, there was also the call. Did you get the call from Courtney or Chris?
Yeah. The call, I think I called them to like just maybe ask, because I hadn't heard from them. I remember I hadn't heard from them in a while, and so I just called to like say what up, and Courtney just was like, yeah, so we've been trying to figure out ways to tell everybody, but B.unique we're gonna suspend it indefinitely. And I was like, damn, that was a heavy phone call, man. I remember I was like all hungover in the morning. Yeah, it was a bummer, big time. Where were you guys?
Oh, we lost Billy on this, but
oh shit.
From what I remember, we'll make you Billy for now until he comes back. But from what I remember, I just remember like we all kind of knew that it was happening. It was like lack of contact between everybody. Remember that? That was like a big thing too. I remember like we couldn't get a hold of them for a while. It was very. Yep. It went from obviously staying at each other's or staying at their place like every weekend, filming nonstop all day every day. They were constantly hitting us up with all this new updates and whatever was happening with the company and new storefronts or skate park, whatever it is. And then it just lagged, and we kind of like lost touch. We knew something was up for a while, and then like that call happened, and that's how it was too. And it was like we knew it was kind of happening, and we just sucks to hear it, you know.
Yeah, I see. I had no idea. Like I don't know. Like like you said, there was that chunk of time. So I think I like didn't even get the because you guys were probably around them a little bit more than I was, you know. So I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, it was that, like you said, that like weird chunk of time of not hearing from them at all. Hence, probably me calling them, and then it just, yeah, ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes more sense now that you hit them up or whatever.
Yeah.
I got to move everyone around now that this happened.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You're good. Okay. There we go. We're back in business, baby.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Play a little bit of musical chairs there for a second.
Out?
Yeah, I cut out.
Where did you cut out?
No, you were only off like a minute max.
Yeah, I came in where you were saying about how you called them, and
yeah, I called them. Yeah, because I hadn't heard from them, and yeah, like everybody, like for a few months, something like that, and yeah, it was weird. Just that was the last time too. Then, you know, I had been to New York like a few other times after that, and like tried to get a hold of them too. I don't know if they just like wanted to get rid of rollerblading in their system, or like if they were ashamed or embarrassed, or, you know, like, I don't know. It was weird.
Do you remember the last time you seen them or talked to them or anything?
I actually talked to Courtney. Actually messaged me like maybe a year ago or something, just like just like hitting me up to see how I was doing. Saw that I was a dad, and saw that I was still skating.
Yeah, that's good that he hit you up.
But yeah. It was like I don't know. It brought a little smile to my face because I hadn't heard from them in years and years. So